1969 is the year I graduated, right? And that's when
From
I
art
met,
school.
Yes, and that's when I met Fred and Bob and GC. And my sculptor instructor said, you know, we got to get your show down. I said, but who's going to see my work? Because I was in I was in two worlds. I was in the abstract world and I was in the real world. Meaning, abstract, I was into David Smith's. David Smith was a sculptor out of New York, Boynton's Landing, up in that area, and a wonderful lyrical welder of lyrical things, large things, metal things, okay, welded pieces, but very abstract in nature. So I was influenced by him somewhat. But then, when I discovered books on Rodin in the school library, I thought, oh my God, you know.
And Rodin is the famous
the
French,
famous French,
the thinker, his famous
thinker,
piece
right, yeah,
out at U of L.
Yes. So now I'm into his world, and I'm making figures and making molds and casting stuff. And we had our own bronze foundry that we actually built on site, and we're casting in bronze. And so the results of what I was doing for those last 2 or 3 years was in the gallery, and part of that show was some large welded abstract works and then several of my realism pieces, okay? And so the question was, who's gonna see it? And so my sculptor instructor said, you know, I think there's a group of artists down in the West End. You know, I know they have some things going on. I'm not sure. Maybe you should go down there and check them out. I'm trying to think, how did he know? But anyway, so I jump in my car that Sunday because I got to take the show down. I jump in the car, I go down to 35th and Dale Park Terrace because Fred lived there. Him and his wife, Anna Bond. And I knocked on the door. I said, Mr. Bond, I'm an artist, Ed Hamilton. I don't know, I said, I don't know if I told him I was an artist, but I said, I'm just graduating from art school, and I really want somebody to see what I'm doing, to just kind of say, hey man, you know, is this good enough to go on? Or should I just forget about this and go in another direction, you know, work-wise or whatever, see? So he said, sure, come on, I'll go with you. So I put him in the car. I think Bob was there too. GC wasn't there. Took him out there, and they said, wow, man, you know.
This is the great G.C. Cox telling you,
No,
wow.
not GC.
Oh, this
Fred
is
Bond.
Fred Bond.
Yeah, Fred Bond. He said,
Relation to the Julian Bond family, that all of those bonds.
All the bonds, the famous bonds, yes. So he said, man, you got to be a part of our group. I said, what group? What, you know. He said, so after the show came down and I started going down there on weekends and seeing what they were doing, it was a neighborhood cultural arts center. Just like teaching dance, they had poetry, they had writers, they had ceramics. Fred was a ceramicist as well as a painter. And then here's GC coming along teaching painting, and Bob was teaching workshops and stuff down there too, see.